Just making sure I'm live. Um, okay. So I kind of wanted to talk about something that I don't feel I was ready to talk about in my life publicly yet, but I do think that the Band-Aid sort of got just ripped off, and why not, if it happens in that way, to just talk about it. That's the best way I like to handle things generally in life. Hey guys. Nobody's blocked that I know of. I don't even think that you're blocked. I'm not actually going to be addressing really anybody particularly regarding as why I feel this way. I'm just going to be real. The reason for that is I really have no desire to be in that community regarding drama community. So I hope that that can be respected. I just feel like, one, things were put out. I haven't seen them. I've just gotten multiple people kind of come talk to me. So that's how I even know they exist. And I just want to, I don't know, I just kind of felt like I was forced into it, but I'm kind of happy about it. The reason I'm happy about it is because, like I said, the best things in life, usually you kind of get like pushed into, I guess. You know what I mean? Like the best shake the fear moments. For example, last night, my husband's deathly afraid of spiders. So he challenged himself and he said, you know what? I'm going to pick the spider up. And it was just a little wolf spider. It wasn't like they're big and they're scary, which is why he picked that spider, but they're not poisonous. Yes, they bite, but they're not poisonous. So he's like, I'm going to challenge myself to pick it up with a piece of paper and just put it outside rather than, you know, vacuuming it up or anything else that he does while simultaneously with me screaming, because we're both scared of spiders. And, you know, he challenged that fear. And when he came out of it, he was just like, okay, wow, it wasn't actually that bad. If I know the facts of like how many poisonous spiders there are in the United States and what spider it is, I can help aid my fear. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Moving along with that. Regarding the fear part, I never really wanted to talk about my mental health journey publicly because it's still very new. I've sought out therapy before in my life, of course. I am a sexual assault survivor, and I battled for a very long time with eating disorders. So, although I should have had a mental health journey a lot longer, I just had more rather a therapy and speaking about it journey. Okay, so that brings me here. I didn't want to particularly talk about this one because it's very, like, I get a lot of anxiety talking about it. I'm still very unsure what's going on with it. I know there's a lot of things coming out that are painting it in a bad light, which is actually quite sad. But this particular one has something to do with, I feel, I was wrongly diagnosed with, and let me kind of go into the time frame of my like psychiatrist mental health journey, I guess you could say. Okay, so it was around 6 months ago. I reached out and I got an appointment with a psychiatrist. This psychiatrist spent less than 5 minutes with me and had me completely diagnosed, apparently. Well, then he set me up with certain medications and said basically, come back in a month. Okay, so I did. Took it doctor diagnosed for a month, and I did not feel like this particular medication worked for me. It made me feel really jittery and scared and all sorts of other things. So I went back after that month was over and I told him about it. He said, try another month, then come back. And if so, or no, try another couple of months, sorry, and come back. And then if so, we will try to move forward. So he set me out for a 2-month later appointment. All right. That to me was it. I had taken them long enough to know these were not working. It was making me just feel really not okay. and I did not like it. So I then began about 3.5 months into 2 months, or yeah, 2.5 months in, I figured that out. And then 3 months in, I kind of like was just like, okay, this has got to be, I've got to find somebody else. He's not listening to me, et cetera, et cetera. Found somebody else, and we started working on anxiety rather than something as big as this. Now, there is nothing wrong with people who have this diagnosis. It's very treatable. I did a lot of research on the medication that I was previously prescribed. I did a lot of, self-personal help with like getting books and reading on it in a like logical format, not just like gathering things from the internet. And one of the things I gathered the most about it is it's like really misdiagnosed quite a lot. I just put something up on the screen. I'm not going to like read it. It's there for you guys to read and digest. So that's something that I put there because of the fact that I do feel like I was wrongly diagnosed. So I am now pregnant. I knew that I was going to be trying to get pregnant. We were already looking into having our second child. Off the medication, did not like it, made me feel horrible. Regardless, to have something that personal kind of come out in such a way, I actually want to thank this person for. Regardless of the intentions behind it, I really feel like talking about it helps not only other people who have been under 5 minutes diagnosed with this and maybe need a different psychiatrist to take them a little more seriously when they try to tell them what their body feels like, which is why I left that one. That's good information. It's good information because you don't have to just take any, you can, basically what you can do, and it's a right, you can ask for a second opinion. Getting a second opinion sometimes is harder rather than others because you then have to either stop treatment with that particular doctor or an official and then move on to another, or sometimes it's given to you with doctors teaming up, etc. It just depends on what your case is. This particular case, I just had to go to a different psychiatrist. So in regards to my mental health journey, it is not over, and I am now going to be going over that sort of stuff on my channel more frequently because talking about it for me, I felt very ashamed. I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to keep it a secret because I was just like, oh, this to me seems scary. I don't want people to think of me in a certain way. But then with this whole last couple of months on YouTube, I've just kind of realized it doesn't really matter what people think of you so long as that you think of you in a positive way. Hold on just a second. My cat's trying to get in. You need to like come in or come out. You know what I mean? He just wants to come in and come back out, come in, come back out. He will not make up his mind. I need to get like a little kitty door or something. I don't even know if those exist. I hope they do. But basically, yes, I am going to be moving forward in my channel in a different type of way with mental health and different books that I'm reading on mental health journeys. Different things I'm going to be doing to help myself with my anxiety. I'm inherently the type of person that likes to keep things natural. I only buy all natural makeup. I use natural skin products. I don't particularly like to do things in a man-made way. And I know that sometimes that's an issue as well. So I've also talked with, my therapist and psychiatrist about how like some people can be scared because there is like a stigma. Well, I wanted to kind of just go into the research of medical history on my channel. And I'm going to be making sure to be implementing things in a very happy but informative way. Sometimes the things I'm going to be saying will be middle ground, but then sometimes I'll have experience with it. So some other things that I've experienced with mental health, and this is just my experience. I'm not sure if this is how other people have their experiences, but it's been a slow coming process. I'm not like, I never knew right on that I had eating disorders. I just thought that that was how I was. I never knew right on that I had anxiety because I just thought that that was who I was. It's had to be through therapy. And I have had therapy because of surviving sexual assault. It's been quite a long time since my incident. I'm not going to make this about that particularly. I will be constructing videos, not live streams, on these particular subjects. But nonetheless, I still feel like the fear has to stop with me, or else I'm never going to get anywhere. The fear has to stop. I have to be so scared all the time. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of being afraid of talking about what's going on in my life, and not in a, like, too invasive type of way, but a realistic type of way. So this doesn't, this is not meant to offend anybody. I want everybody to know that if you're going through out there, a medical journey or a mental health journey or any sort of disorder, that you have support on my channel through me, and you can reach out to me in various ways. I will link in the description box below and a few links for you guys. I hope that you guys have a great day, but I'm going to get back to posting what I like. I'm not going to be diving back into any of the past stuff that I've been doing this last month. I want to keep pushing and moving forward. And thank you guys for challenging that with me on a daily basis. I love the feedback that I get. I hope you all have a great day. Kiss the stars.